Welcome to another episode of checking out a new stuff pack, which is the Laundry Day stuff pack. And here's one of the preset rooms, so we kind of know what we're going to be getting into. But in this episode, we'll be checking out the buy and build objects, which is really exciting. So since I can see here that there are some build items, let's go ahead and check those out. Throw up a wall. So we have new doors, which are pretty cool. Let's see. We've got a variety of colors. Kind of a surprising amount of colors, actually. I didn't think we'd have that many, which is exciting. And then there's a version of it that has a curtain on the inside, which I love. Let's go see it. There we go. Look at that. It's so nice because as someone who has a window in their door, that privacy is key. Let's see, what else do we got? We need to throw up a filter to get up the right back. Laundry Day. So, oh, we have a medium wall height object, so we got to bring that up. So we got the, oh wow, that's huge. I did not know it was going to be so big. It looks so nice. When they move it up a little bit, looks like it could be a really cool window seat. I wonder if you could put objects on it, like if it works as a shelf. Probably not. It probably works just purely as a window, which is a little unfortunate, but I imagine there will be some people who are creative enough to use the move objects and put stuff up on here, which would look amazing if it's not already allowed. But I love the shape of it. I've always wanted a window like this. That would be so cool to have. Alright, so let's get into... there we go. So we've got the new wicker items that is a set. So we have the small chair. Quite a few colors. Again, I'm kind of impressed, but I appreciate it quite a bit. This black, or this like all gray one, kind of makes it look like a film of some sort, like a filter that turns everything black and white. So we'll just put that guy out. We have a standard chair for like sitting at tables, and then we have a love seat, which looks pretty sweet. I don't know if there's like a full-size couch to this. I guess we'll see. And we have a bottoman. So one of these things where you would rest your feet up on it, which is what I would do. I do that to pretty much every coffee table. It's a very bad habit. Not a problem at my own home or family house, but boy, is it a problem at guests. So we have this really nice table. And obviously we have the set of colors that we can go with. Pink is kind of surprising. But yeah, if you used all of the stuff that was black and white, you could make a really cool looking room. A little trippy, but really cool. Wow, some of it's so bright, which is funny because most of the clothing items seem to be quite muted, and then you have something like this where it's just like so yellow. And then we've got an odds and ends table. I wonder what category this is. It's just an end table. So it's not a dresser, I don't think. Which is kind of surprising. You'd think this would be a functioning dresser. I could just be looking at it wrong, and it might actually be a dresser. Then we have this guy. Oh, I guess I could place this. Boop. And then we have this one, which I really like because it looks lived in, opposed to some of the stuff that they give us where it's all very neat and tidy, and it doesn't, you know, not everyone's that neat and tidy all the time. So this gives it a really cool lived in look. We've got like a tarnished toolbox or something there. Kind of looks weird in the combination of stuff. Oh, I guess there's this old can and stuff, so it looks like somebody who collects these older materials, which is cool. We've got another of those big square coffee tables that a lot of people seem to really enjoy. It's not something I've used very often, just because most times my living rooms are a little too small for that. But it's really sweet for bigger rooms. It would help fill it out. Then we have this guy, which is a cabinet. I would be curious to find out what category this is in. Shelving. Okay, so you could probably put some stuff up on this. It looks like it would probably be an actual shelf. We also have this for shelving, which is some baskets and some shelves, which looks really nice. We have this hutch, which also has one of those older looking boxes and some a basket of clothes. I like this color. That's a nice deep wood color. God, that yellow is so yellow. It's kind of nice. They don't actually have a whole lot of yellow objects. Not a color I personally would want to use, but I did have a character who used a lot of yellow items, and I felt like I didn't have very many options with her. But I will now. So only the shelf changes colors on this. Oh, and this towel right here. On some of them, it changes. So more stuff to go in the laundry room. Baskets of cloth, little things in iron, a little plant. Yeah, I just like the general clutter that I don't feel like we often get to do without a ton of effort. So we've got the... Okay, so these right here change a little bit of color, and the shelves. Very nice. I do like this really dark wood color. Ah, I'm so excited. Let's go back to the all and get that filter back on. Laundry day. So we've got some new sinks. We've got this one, which is like an older looking sink, or like an upgraded older looking sink, because this one definitely looks like it's older. I always like these looks that they just look like they're stacked on top of each other, but it looks a little precarious. So we've got some white. I like this one. I'm pretty excited for this pack because there's a game that I do on my own. I haven't in a long time, but it was based on like settlers, and there's not really much items that work for that theme. So there's like an old style washing tub, which will be amazing to use in it because it'll just really add to it. So this is the washing machine that we have. Wow, that is orange. Holy cow. Man, when they go for colors, they go for colors. So we've got that, and then this is the dryer, obviously the same set colors. Oh, so right here you can see, I guess, that the water droplet shows that it's the washer, and the little air squiggles is the dryer. And I'm pretty sure you get like lights on these when they're running. And then the stacked washing and dryer set is really cool. That's super exciting. Does it usually have the dryer on the oh my god, you can just, are they actually separate? Could I just do that with these? Oh, so it's just a pre-made set, but it's actually just these two stacked for you. It's really cool. I was thinking, wow, I've never seen an item where you individually change the color, but they're two items, so that makes a whole lot of sense. But is it usually the dryer on top? I thought that the washer was often top. I've never actually had a stacked pair of units, so. We also have this little bin, which is amazing, and they'll actually use it. It's not just decorative. So I'm so excited to get to use this in that game that I was referring to. We've got some hampers, which are going to be kind of important because their clothes can get dirty. It's interesting. There's one here, this one, that has just this little tiny band of yellow, but it's not the same size as any of the others. All the rest, oh, they're all different. That's interesting. I don't know why they would do that. Then we have another more modern plastic tubby looking sort of laundry bin. And then, oh, we've got a wicker one, I think. Is that what this is? Fabric one. Oh, I can see that that's fabric. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we also have a clothesline if you don't want to use the dryer. I was kind of surprised to see that there wasn't any, and I might have just missed it, but there isn't a trait that makes them prefer to use these opposed to the, wow, they really detailed the backs. That's a lot of attention to detail on a very specific part of the machine. Anyway, I'm kind of surprised there wasn't like a eco-friendly trait where they'd prefer to use this or maybe this. Yeah, I kind of thought there would be something like that. Especially because they were thinking about making it like an eco-based plant. Or pack. Sorry, I was looking at plants. Alright, so we have this basket, which is incredibly cute. And let's see. So we changed the color of the basket, but not the flowers. So you can have a variety of baskets or all of them the same color. And then we have this pretty sweet plant in a barrel top bit there. What kind of color options do we have on this? Do we have any? I don't think we do. Oh, we do. I don't know why I wasn't able to. So it looks like it changes the... Oh, some of them do have a lighter version of the plant, which is interesting. And obviously the barrel at the bottom changes. Then we have this table with the big ol', looks like succulent cactus kind of plants on it. I don't know what this one is, the weird tubey thing. It looks kind of weird. I don't know what that is. Huh. I like the colors of it though. We've got, it looks like the plants stay the same and just the bottom changes. We actually have some clutter items, so we have soaps and we've got the barrels, like what's under here is that, no, that's actually part of it. But we also have it separate from the sink. And we have this pile of wicker baskets. What kind of colors do we have there? So the white stays the same and then it matches the colors of this one over here. This looks like a setup for painters. Like they'd set this in the room and there'd be a bunch of chairs around it and people would practice by sketching all of these things. But I do like the look of it. It looks like they've got some of fruits and veggies from their garden, which is funny because I don't think we can actually grow any of these in the game. Would have been cool to see some of the fruits and stuff that we can grow in the basket, so that you could set that like in a mudroom kind of situation. And then I think we have a lot of different types of rugs. We have this big guy right here with very few colors. Got this really pretty designed one right here. Someone with a cat though. I don't think this would last very long in my house. It's really pretty though. And we've got this guy, which is nice. Oh wow, that one's really colorful. So there's two with the same pattern and then two other new patterns. Got these kinds of mats, which are nice. Not very colorful, which is fine. I don't think it would make sense for that to be all that colorful. I like this one. Mostly because it's so different from the rest that we saw. I'm so excited. I use rugs a lot to kind of make rooms feel a little more full. So having more options is really exciting. And then they have a stacked combination of, I think, the 3 square ones that we have. So they have this as a combination and separate, which certain YouTubers will really appreciate, I think. There we go. And then we have some wall decorations. Let's go over here. So we've got this guy, which is the same as what's in this bucket over here. We have a closet kind of thing, so you could put a broom and the dustbin away. Wow, they even have a yellow version of this. Does this have color combination? Just the two, a light wood and a darker wood. And then we have this, which will look pretty cool in bathrooms, I think. So it's a bunch of towels, and the towels kind of changed just a slight bit, but it's mostly the wood that's changing. I love this. This is so pretty, and the default colors, I love it. I love the combination of this blue and the brown. And then, that's cool too, the gray and the purple. I like that. This will be fun to use. And we've got some drying herbs, which I'm a fan of. That's something that my family does. Not something I do very often, but I know my family does it. So just the wood changes, which makes sense. I don't think that these would change color. And then we have an ironing board. I can word. Oh, so we have different patterns. We have the stripe and the flower or floral. And then we have a combination of the things. So they did that a lot. I wonder if that ends up giving us more items or if it's kind of the same sets of stuff. Like if they kind of use that to fill it, which would be a little unfortunate. We do have one new light, which is this light bulb. Let's stick it right there. So it's just the bulb hanging from the cord, which I think a lot of people are excited for because it's really nice for those kind of dingy kind of houses you're going for, or older or new builds. And then we have this neat little candle combination of that and like a pot. I think it's actually floating in water, so they might be floating candles. You guys ever seen or used those? I think my grandma used to have them, and like she thought about using them in like a bath, but that seems like such a bad idea to me. It seems so dangerous. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff with this pack. As you can see here, it's just everywhere. I'm super excited to be checking out the gameplay. I've even seen things like children can use this and toddlers can play in the water. So I appreciate the extra attention to animations and uses, especially because we only got 2 washers and dryers. Like, I'm surprised we didn't get like 2 styles opposed to just the 1 style of the pair. But I'm just happy they exist, because when I've built my personal house in real life, there's this huge area that's nothing, and it makes no sense because that's where a washer and dryer would be, but they just didn't have it as an option. So I'm excited, even though it seems like it maybe shouldn't have been a whole pack. Maybe having a default set would have been nice, and then all of this extra stuff to go with it in a stuff pack, but I'm just happy it's here, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.